Yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? It is the world's most dangerous podcast. At the Bar Radio is my man, your local alcoholic, Mr. 151. And yo, we got a gentleman that ain't been here in a while, but when we started at the bar, he came through this Max Dollars in the building.
What's good, King?
Not much, not much. We happy to have you. And who you got with you?
It's my boy Seen the Dream.
Okay, all right.
What's good? What's good?
So we about to get in. And I'm sorry. I gotta apologize for the late start. But we about to talk about some music. If this is the podcast you want to tune into, because we're gonna talk about everything from streaming to music. Um, some try to give some of y'all some game, because some of y'all stupid. Um, I always say, like, when you see shows like this, don't. This is the show that you don't want to miss, because we're gonna talk about some real shit. Like, Mac Dollar is part of Dramatics. He's produced for some of your favorite artists. You know, and has a very impressive resume. So we're going to talk everything about that right now. It's very few people who I fuck with that I'm gonna reach out and say, yo, why don't you come through and stuff like that. A lot more times, a lot of artists hit me, but I saw what he was doing. I saw the movement that he was doing. The watching him grind for the last couple of years, putting hit out. Shout out to my cousin Mel's in the building.
Yo, it's goody.
And we just want to talk about all that. You know what I'm saying? So, give him a quick view of your resume real quick for those that don't know.
I produced for Davies, J.R. Ryder, Jim Jones, um, Hell Rail. You name them. I done produced for them.
Oh, shout out to Pat Riley too, man.
Shout out to my cousin Pat Riley.
That's my dude. That's my dude. That's my dude. Um, but very impressive resume.
Appreciate it.
Very impressive resume. As y'all know, I'm doing like 800 things at once.
I'll take your time.
But like a lot of people don't know, like like the stuff that you do and the stuff like that, and like this dude is sitting in your backyard, DMV, and y'all are not utilizing a dude who all these other artists is utilizing.
Very true.
A lot of y'all don't even know that greatness is back there. So shame on y'all ass.
It's funny how I ran into Max. I was a fan first, and I actually reached out to him to do an interview on my radio show. And you know what I'm saying, after chopping it up,
Tell them your name of your radio show, please, and where they can find it.
Chrome Radio Live. So if you go to worldpremierradio.com, again, that's worldpremierradio.com. You get the radio show Chrome Radio Live. Streams live every other Friday night on Twitch, Chrome Radio on Twitch. You can get on SoundCloud, Mixcloud, but our website, worldpremierradio.com, that's the headquarters for everything. I got interviews with plethora of underground artists, you know what I'm saying, high name artists, low name artists, G4 Jag, Billy Dance, Cassidy, Rampage, Yo Yo, of course Max Dollars, plenty interviews, and all underground hip hop shit. But yeah, to get back to it, I reached out to Max, you know what I'm saying, being a fan of his work. I always fucked with the shit he did with A Mafia. So, you know what I'm saying, I reached out to him, and while chopping it up, come to find out he lived right in PG County where I live at. I was like, get the hell out of here. Like, what the hell are you doing down here? So, you know what I'm saying, we linked in and been tight ever since, you know what I'm saying. So shout out to Max for bringing me onto the team with the Dramatics. I really appreciate it. And, you know what I'm saying, looking forward to much more big things in store for us.
But this is what I love about this thing when we talk about networking and growing. Because too many times people will always say, "Oh, this particular area have a crab in a barrel mentality." I always tell people you hang around the wrong motherfuckers. Like real talk, when you hang around people that want to pick you up and build with you, it's a different thing. But you gotta know that you gotta like if that's your man, like if you're a rapper and none of your friends come to your show, no matter how hot you are, you might want to look into investing in a new group of friends because they're not invested in you.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, one of the most realest conversations I remember one of my cousins had told me I was throwing a party, and he was like, "Yeah, I would come to your party, but my man Cat Williams is in town." And really, Cat Williams don't know who the fuck you are. You were nothing more than a ticket sale to him.
Right, right.
And no disrespect, because everybody gotta get their money, but when you making it like you had a personal relationship, but you don't.
Uh-huh.
And when you have these things, um, I would even go so far as to like when Renegade would perform, like boom, I cop the tickets myself and be like, yo, y'all can just show up for free,
Mm.
and very few people will.
Come show love.
You
I
know,
think it also got a lot to do with some people don't want to see you surpass them.
amen.
Uh, so it's like they love what you're doing, they just don't love that it's you doing it.
That
I
too.
didn't heard that so much in my life. I didn't seen it. I witnessed it. Like you could be the best in your city. I'm gonna try to not use profanity. A person will look past you. They look past you and they'll go to the person that's mediocre just so they don't gotta support you.
Yeah.
You they man, you they brother and all that. But when it comes to this music, they don't even know you. They don't want to support you. Nothing.
It,
Some people like to keep you in a safe space, because it makes them feel comfortable.
so they call gatekeepers.
Mm-hmm.
Some people want to keep you in that box,
Mm-hmm.
and because that box they feel like you can be controlled,
Mm-hmm.
they can monitor you, and you're not doing something they not doing.
It's like, oh, you my man. You make me laugh. Let's
Yeah,
keep it at
yeah.
Right.
that.
Mm-hmm.
My album came out, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna check it. You check my album. Now I'm gonna get to it. You know what I'm saying? You build with the people. That's how I met Scene. I said, yo, what are you doing with your music? You hot. You got hot beats. What you doing? Nobody picked me up, dog. I'm just sitting here.
He kind of motivated me to,
You
to,
just,
to put
you
together my
just. I
first
say
album.
you just sitting here with all this heat like this. Come on, my team, man. Dog, I'm honored. Nah. I'm honored. You know what I'm saying?
Fire is cool.
I'm honored.
So yeah, but um that's how you grow. Um, you know, my cousin Jamel is here. Mel is in the building. I get emotional because I think about how we have a couple of friends that passed away and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and one of our cousins, as New Yorkers, we call everybody cousin. So if you from New York, we cousins.
Rest in peace to John, man.
And one of the things that how we originally met him is he met Jamel. He thought Jamel was gonna rob him because Jamel walked up to him and was like, "Yo, you got that?" He had an Islanders jersey on. He's like, "Yo, I like that jersey, kid." And
That sound like Mel.
what he thought, because Jamel ain't a small dude, so Jamel was like, "Yo, I like." He thought I was gonna have to fight him for my jersey, and but that's that network and building, and through that we had a bond and a brotherhood. Me, Mike, Jamel, and John, we were mankind, but we had a brotherhood that transcended um, rap. We were just to this day, you know, um, that always kept us good with each other.
Mm.
Even through the tough times and the negative times, like, but we still always loved each other. Um, but that's what it has to be.
Of course.
Like, you want to see your people win.
Of course.
You know, if you're not around people, and Mel can tell you, I'm not around a lot of people. If I invite you into my circle, it's because I feel a connection and I feel I can build with you.
Mm-hmm.
Mel can tell you, I don't keep a lot of people.
No joke. Small game aside. We had gatekeepers around us when we was going to
Yeah,
Jamaica. We could have been somewhere else already in
yeah.
the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There
People
was,
bugging y'all,
there
not
was.
really want to
People a
fuck
lot.
with
People, well, shit. People heard us and they was comparing us to Wu Tang and this and that,
Mm-hmm.
and we was like Jamel used to have people before even battle rap was a thing. Jamel used to have kids come try to battle me. I destroyed like half of Richmond Highway, like just on,
Is
and
that
and
true, Mills?
That's not
It's
true.
true.
Cause you know what? I was a battle rapper in I was battle rapping in Springfield.
Oh
I
yeah.
was
Hey.
doing a lot, man.
Yeah.
In the house city.
Mm-hmm.
But Jamel would do stupid shit like he would set people up like, "Oh kid, you good? You ready? I'm a battle." And then when he go, you be like, "Oh, you're not battling me. You battling him."
Actually, we was the only ones rapping in the DC area, right? It
Yeah.
wasn't.
Oh yeah,
There was
yeah,
no rappers here from this area.
So,
yeah. Wow.
but we was, but that's how we moved. And we would move like if we went to a show, it'd be all of us. We did it for all of us. We went to a studio time before it was all of us. You know, getting to the studio, even if you wasn't rhyming that day, it was still all of us. So we got studio that day. So it's when you have people that want to see you win, it's your job to make sure you're around people that want to see you win.
Absolutely.
And you have to know the difference because not every handshake's a real handshake, not every smile's a real smile, not every time somebody say they love you, it ain't real love.
That's true.
You know, there's a lot of people that want to see you fail. It's a lot of people. There's more people that want to see you fail than be successful because it goes back to, well, damn, you surpassed me.
So sometimes you just look at where a person at, and like if we gonna get there, they already there.
Yeah,
Still telling you we gonna get there. We
yeah.
gonna do this. The family gonna do. They
But
not even telling you to get your business in order, and they know your business ain't in order.
yeah,
What
they
kind of brother is that?
if people don't if you don't have people around that don't push you to greatness,
Mm-hmm.
then you need to check your circle. I think that's honesty.
Mm-hmm.
You know, before we start, I was just telling you, I told you, that time I heard, Jamel was playing the drums and stuff.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah,
used to push Jamel, well, do this, do that. We pushed each other. We was able to shoot a commercial, but it comes from pushing each other.
Mm-hmm.
And even with that, when it came time to shoot a commercial, I didn't just eat off the commercial. I got males, I got Renegade involved,
Mm-hmm.
so that we could all be successful. But that's how you have to be and those are the people you want around you. Gatekeepers don't want you to move. You know,
You know,
that's why, and I salute Pat for that. I don't mean to cut you off, my bad,
Mm-hmm.
but I salute Pat for that because like my first meeting to Max Dollars, it was a Pat Riley interview that he called me up
Very true.
wow.
and he was like, "Oh, you still doing your show? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, I'm gonna come through." He was like one of my first guests. Um, and I mean that it was a fucking 5 hour show, but it was we was
Oh yeah,
partying.
because you had me, you had Pat, you had Tokyo, and you had the other kid. The other kid was here. That
Yeah,
rap too. Yeah,
yeah,
I forget his name.
Yeah,
yeah,
Drake.
Yeah, he was here too. Uh-huh.
yeah.
So you interviewed like 4 or 5 people that day, man.
Yeah, we met, but
Mm.
it was such a great conversation. It was like a 5 hour show. It was one of the best. We had this. We cut 5 hours of 3 hours, but it's still, but we still,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But it was still a blessing and stuff like that. And we have, you know, I'm so glad that you're here because we could definitely talk about the business side.
Of course.
Because we was stuff that we were talking about, and I was like, hold on, we gonna say that for the show. Um, you know, having your affairs in order. So a lot of y'all so-called rappers, a lot of y'all so-called producers, y'all want to do this and y'all want to do that, but y'all don't have the business side. It's the music business. Making music is great.
Hmm.
It's great. That's the love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if you ain't taking care of the business side, you can get fucked.
Yeah.
I'm on the way.
Yeah. I mean, it's to the point now where people that's in the business will see you don't have your business in order and start taking credit for your work. You know what I'm saying? Max just discovered,
So
a situation like that
so
where
so we're gonna tie this into to something current because
We jump right
um,
into it. Right
yeah,
into it.
we're gonna jump right into it because we're gonna. So this is what one of the things that what Cat Williams was saying
Uh-huh.
about the Cedric Entertainer stealing his joke that he used at the King of Comedy.
hmm
And I was watching on YouTube, and then Cat Williams was on. He was called the Cat in the Hat on Comic View.
His old
Where
name,
his
right?
old
Yeah,
yeah,
his old moniker.
and he
Uh-huh.
and he and he did that particular joke, and then I was also um, with hanging with Mr. Cooper. That actually came out way before the Steve Harvey show.
Mm-hmm.
he
Uh,
was right about that too. Yeah.
Steve Harvey show is kind of
It's the same
similar
thing.
based on hanging with
Yeah.
Mr.
Being a
Cooper.
teacher and
Same thing.
everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
same thing.
A comedian that was a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he was, it's been years since he hung with Mr. Cooper, but he might have been in a singing group or something, or he played something that was a celebrity teacher in a school, kind of like how Steve Harvey was. Well, Steve Harvey was kind of like how he was, basically, with hanging with Mr. Cooper. And then even there was another joke that, not even a joke, but a story that Steve Harvey told about him being poor and having uh,
The
uh,
costume.
the costumes
Costume.
and these boxes, and he was like, "We work for UPS." That's what he went for Halloween.
He said it the same.
He said it the same exact way. So we say all that. We say all that because we want to tie everything in. It's like, so when you don't have your business in order, the same way people steal jokes and stuff like that, people steal your production. People steal your lyrics. You know, people steal your flow. People steal a lot. Um, so, and I'm sure you've encountered something like that, Max.
Yeah, I have.
So let's speak your truth.
What you want me to touch on?
You know, people stealing your shit. let's not sugarcoat it.
Game. Good old game. Alright, so recently I discovered that one of Cameron's producers, say names on it. Liam Beats, I think that's his name. He it's still in my publishing since like 2011, 2012 or something like that. And it's sad because he works with Cameron. Like, I just work with Dipset affiliates. I never made it to working with Cam, so I don't understand why you would still my publishing, why you would take my hard work, but that's the game, I guess. You know, that's the game. Crazy thing, I had a conversation with dude because we had a little, you know, this what people don't know. We talked on the phone, and this was maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and he said to me, I got my publishing together. You got to get your publishing together. You don't know about publishing.
So he said that because
still in my publishing.
You said that he giving you advice as he's stealing your shit.
He's still in my publishing. He's been stealing it for years. This is the same dude who I believe he hacked my Twitter account back in the day. Remember, Mills?
Did he give you the kit though, the drum kit after that? He gave you snares?
Fuck all that. Excuse my language. What that got to do with anything, Mills?
It don't have to do with nothing.
He didn't try. He didn't try.
He hacked my Twitter account, put
Mafia
a lot of homosexual, stuff on there. Sent it to Cam. Hacked my Gmail. I got a YouTube account I can't get into this day because
people are dirty.
And to make it so bad, if he was taking credit for your shit that long ago, because looking at his credits now, some of the shit that's with Cam is recent shit. So for all we know, him stealing your work might have helped him get to the position where he at now.
I don't think it's I don't think it's a might.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think
that's fucked up, bro.
People do that because they like they dirty, like they don't have morals.
Oh, but I'm not the only producer he stole from. So he stole from my boy Gaddy Gator, and there's another producer. I won't say his name because he don't want to quite be involved. But he stole from another producer. He stole from a lot of producers that pretty much work with that Dipset circle because he knew we wasn't knowledgeable about the publishing and everything.
Because he preyed on y'all. He probably asked y'all questions. Oh, this. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna show you how to get your publishing. So when he knew that you didn't have it, oh, I got it.
He didn't block people from following him. Like, I'm not trying to follow him, but some of them people are. They trying to get in contact with him. I don't know, man. It's just weird, man. Weird behavior. But
shit, why block you? I got paid already.
You got one up,
I mean, you got to think about it.
You got one up. You got one up.
At this point, when you legally right, it's no.
I got my
He's not morally right, but when you legally right because he has the publishing, you don't need to block nobody.
So what happens now with the stuff that he claimed was his and it's actually yours? Did you get that straightened out, or what's the situation with that, or are you just doing it good moving forward?
I got to move forward because I didn't see. it's not just that he's the problem. The problem is I wasn't knowledgeable about the business in the beginning. I didn't sign contracts. I'm working with people off a handshake.
Sure.
It's like the streets almost.
Yeah.
Dapping up. I got you. I got you. And I'm making money based off the people who name I work with. If I work with A Mafia, what I'm selling over 50 beats a year, and I'm probably selling them. You know what I mean? This was my idea of the music business because no one recently, my boy Superstars told me the business, somewhat, and then I shared it with you, and I shared it with my circle. But that was my idea of the music business, just being a producer, selling beats, and getting money from it, publishing. I always heard of it.
Yeah.
I didn't know the process. I didn't know the correct steps to take. It's people out there that think they know the correct steps to take, and they register their work, and it says no publisher on it.
And that's the crazy thing because I was watching the little boy. I think he's a grown man now, but the dude that was in Drumline, he sang the joint for the Lion King, and so they offered his mom $1 million, and she's like, if they signed the publishing over for the songs he sang, mom was like, nah. So they got a lesser cut. He's like, made way over.
Yeah, because he gets residuals.
Because he gets residuals.
Yeah,
He said, I could be sitting at home and just get, they re-release the Lion King.
And that's what
I'm just going to get that extra money coming in out of nowhere. Why you think he ain't in a lot of stuff acting? Because if I'm just getting extra money coming in,
You don't got to do
That's
nothing
the
ever
thing,
again.
though. You never have to show your face again. If you put out some great quality work, you can eat off of that forever.
yeah,
There's rappers behind the scenes that have done like that. Like, I know y'all familiar with Sauce Money. That used to be with Jay-Z and them. I used to wonder, why did he fall off the face of the earth? He was with the hottest team. He was a spitter.
Mm-hmm.
But all of a sudden, you know why? He wrote Puffy's verse for I'm Missing You.
yeah.
And he's collecting checks off of that for the rest of his life. He don't
I
got to
never knew
write
that.
another verse. Yeah. That's why he just put his pen down. He wrote that one verse, he's set for life.
Yeah, but
You know what
him, 50 Cent, there's a couple people that go for Puffy.
Yeah.
You know, Jada Kiss, Mark Curry.
I was looking at,
But it's when it's done right.
Yeah, you gotta have your business in order.
You know,
You tackle.
The reason why Master P is so rich
Mhm.
is because he paid his artists um, like they were platinum artists, even though they went gold. But then he bought everything, their publishing and stuff. So he ate very good. That's why he ain't really dropped nothing in like 800 years. But his fortune has been still up there because he did that. It's just knowing stuff like Tretch and them from Naughty by Nature. So like a lot of artists sign their copyrights and they're publishing away for and it reverted back to them over 25 years. But here's the thing about that: when you own a certain amount, Tretch said all we did was we didn't have to wait the 25 years. We just re-recorded the shit and just put it back out. It's still ours.
You heard the story about Biggie?
Mm-mm.
So Biggie, I forget who told the story. Biggie, his publishing was going to Puffy, right?
Yes.
So
yeah, I remember that.
What he started doing was he started writing for C's.
Yeah.
C's and Kim. He started writing for them, and he would eat off of that
Yeah.
because his name wasn't attached to it. He would just use their publishing, like Apple's right
Yeah.
now. So Mace and I think this how the story go. I could be wrong. But Mace and Cam, you remember the Crush on You song?
Yeah.
Mace and Cam had a lot to do with the Crush on You.
Okay.
The It's Cool,
Yeah.
But
That
Biggie threw the alley-oop.
Yeah. But you have to know the business. That's why I said
So
the
you
music.
start outsmarting when you learn.
Yeah.
So you're in a situation where everything you do, you done sign this contract, they taking your publishing. Everything you do, they taking your publishing because that's what you signed away. You're right.
Yeah.
So you start working with other people. You start ghostwriting. You start ghost producing. You just learn the business.
You learn the business. Yeah.
But back to the point you was talking about, Key, with the redoing your own work. Like, there's artists doing that right now. Taylor Swift just did that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because she's, not even her, Scooter Braun, whoever the manager was, somebody sold her publishing or sold the rights to her music, so she had to go re-record
Wow.
and say, yo, don't listen to that. Stream this one. This
Yeah.
is me now. And
Wow.
Ashanti just did that to Murder Inc.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Ashanti tried to get her publishing back from Irv, and he's like, hell no.
Yeah. Yeah. The only person he said he's giving this publishing back
Ja
is
Rule.
to Ja Rule.
Yeah, so she re-recorded her own shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which is why she's back in touring now, because
Yeah.
she's eating again. But it's like you gotta do that
That's
because
why a lot of rappers, not to cut you off, that's why they don't perform them old songs you want to hear.
very true.
They didn't know the business back then.
Yeah.
You be like, why such and such won't perform this album? He don't get paid when you perform that album.
That was one of the big riffs that was always told about between Jay-Z and Dame. Is that Dame owned Reasonable Doubt. That's the one album that Jay didn't own. And that was Jay's masterpiece though. So you know, that's what I guess led to the breakup or whatever. But that publishing, people eat off that. People don't realize every year when people be like, oh yeah, this is Biggie's death, March 9th, and y'all go download or used to go buy CDs for the re-anniversary, they re-release Ready to Die and all that other good stuff.
The concerts and everything.
Yeah, that shit ain't go. That didn't go.
It's going to Puffy.
Yeah, it went to Puffy. That did not go to Biggie because Biggie sold his publishing. But that's how you eat, and that's so important. Whether you're a rapper, or a producer, like that's money coming in for something that you've already done. The only person I knew that I don't personally, but the only story I know of where, and I think he has it back now, when Dr. Dre walked away from Death Row, he had to leave his publishing with Death Row. He had to leave the Chronic there with Death Row. I mean, granted, he did. That's why the album's called 2001. It's supposed to be the Chronic 2001.
That's why
it's supposed to be the Chronic 2001. But
it's like a part two.
It's supposed to be part two. But he ended up pretty good.
Yeah.
But not everybody's gonna, it's cool with Jimmy Iovine and stuff like that. But it's your publishing is 50 Cent was very grateful, was very nice to G Unit because they didn't have managers and stuff, but he never took anything from their publishing, which he could have. Granted, he's rich as fuck now, but he would have been even more rich because those publishing deals are crazy. This is to let you know how publishing works is, y'all remember TLC? TLC actually was one of the, I think they broke the Supreme record when they first came out. They were originally signed to L.A. Reid's wife, Pebbles, who had the song Mercedes Boy. So she founded the group, and when they got new management, they got on the face, they made all that money on tour, and they came home with enough to buy, I think it was a Lexus, like 60,000, even cheaper than that.
It was a Suzuki Sidekick.
It was a
crazy like that.
It was a Suzuki Sidekick. They came home with, so just imagine selling 60 million records, but you only, and then the thing was, the reason why you never had a T-Boz or a Chili's solo album or Leaflet Less was because the publishing was still owed to Pebbles, even though she was no longer their manager.
Oh, wow.
That was one of the reasons when they did Let the Locks Go, Free the Locks. So when Jadakiss signed with Def Jam and stuff, after they went to Rough Rider and Rough Rider bought them out, Puffy still owned their publishing. A lot of when we were that first album, we really wanted to hear that grimy Jadakiss, but we got Knock Yourself Out is because they needed the radio hit to pay Puffy because the majority of his money went to Puffy. The Locks was like, yo, we ain't got no beef, but damn, that motherfucker a gangster with that paper. That paperwork is a gangster. You know,
Justin Combs Publishing.
yeah,
That's the name of Puffy. That go to Jadakiss.
yeah,
That man's son name.
yeah.
You pretty much working for his son. Every time you get in that booth, that
So,
money going to his son, bro.
so when we talk about that, it's that that right there is so important to have your paperwork. I tell people all the time, like, is your song copyrighted? This before you start sending your song out to people and stuff like that, your song ain't copyrighted, then you gonna get jerked. Uh, we all know who Elvis is. We all know ain't nothing but a hound dog, but we don't hear the story of Mom Maybelline, who he took the song from, who recorded it like 2 years earlier.
He definitely stole from
He
black
stole
people.
from a lot of people.
Stole from a lot of black people.
He stole a lot from a lot of black gospel singers.
Yeah, you know, and there's tons of artists who go through this stuff. I've known people who wrote songs and Usher, um, may have took a song. Like even with Pac, Pac was going through some stuff with the whole Carly B situation. Um, he played me a song 2 3 years ago. Remember the video and everything. Hot shit, and literally, not saying she did it because she don't really write her stuff, but the chorus is damn near the same.
Yeah, I was telling them she got writers.
Yeah.
So what those writers are doing, she might have actually believed that the writer came up with the idea, right? Which is not hard to believe if you got 10 or 5 writers writing for you.
Yeah.
They're coming back with somebody else's idea and they're giving it to you. And I think that's what happened in Pat's Kids.
I mean, there are people who just go through your IG and go through they sit all oh that's catchy, boom boom boom. Like when and Mels can tell you when I was producing, I had a little small ass sampler, $200-300 sample I bought. All I would need would be 10 seconds, not even 10, 5 seconds of your beat. I loop your shit and make my own shit. You know, boom. Alright, let me add this. And that's all I would need. A small break. And I could flip your whole beat. If your shit ain't copywritten and you don't own the publishing, I feel like Nas, it's yours. The world is yours. But it don't take much for people to take away.
That's true.
And if you're not, and we live in an age where we want to think everybody's good, but there's some grimy people.
We living in the year of the scam, or the age of the scam.
Yeah, we live in the scams.
You know what I'm saying? It's one of the top crimes now. It's not robbing. It's people robbing, but it's robbing like digitally. You know what I'm saying?
We taking everything. We still in jewelry. We still in jokes. I'm just playing.
Shout out to the people that still trying to scam me on Cash App. That shit ain't working. So. I'm not clicking the link.
I got an inbox the other day. Dude was talking about, I work at Hot 97. You heard of Hot 97? I'm like, yeah. I got homies that work there. He's like, yeah, well, you send me, your music is hot. You send me such and such. I'll make sure your music gets played on the radio.
That's called payola.
Yeah,
no.
and I literally responded. I'm like, what are you talking about? Haven't you ever heard of payola? And he said, no, bro. What's that?
So a dude hit me several years ago. Actually, I still get these scams now, and I stopped rapping like 10 years, but a dude hit me like 7 years ago. Yo, I'm the A&R. I'm such and such. I'm the A&R for Def Jam. Okay, hold on one second. Oh, you did work at Def Jam, but you don't work there no more. But yeah, yo, if you send me $2,000, I got a show in New York. We're going to put you in a hotel. We're going to put you in, and then I said, well, hold on, fam. Let me entertain this idea real quick. So you going to put me in a hotel? Yeah. I don't need a hotel. He said, why? I said, because I'm from New York. I got family in New York. My father in New York. My grandmother in New York. What I need a hotel for? My sister in New York. I just call up one of them. I got cousins in New York. You know what we do? We call up, hey, I'm staying at your house tonight.
Right.
Oh, well, I'm just saying I got this showcase. Where at? Well, I can't tell you it's a secret location. But if you send me the money, Dog, I ain't got time for that shit. All right, dog. Nah, I don't think you know who I am. Nah, hold on. I got somebody I want to talk to you. They be like, who? Click.
Right.
Get the fuck out of
You
here.
know who I am.
Yeah, like they try new methods every day,
He said, I don't think you know who I am.
Shout out to Dr. Thompson. We gotta get you back on here. My good friend CC, she's a psychologist. I love having talks with her because she's very deep. And black people, we gotta have that conversation about mental health here once again. So I'll be calling you soon in 2024. Um, but yeah, the scamming is so crazy because you don't know, and a lot of these kids go in this, they go in the ego. A lot of people think, oh, I'm gonna be Soldier Boy. A lot of these people think, the biggest lie is this: there's no such thing as a solo artist. It's a team of people that make other people great.
That's true.
You know, I love telling the story of Nelly. The Saint Lunatics went in there as a group, and they like, oh, we like Nelly, so everybody went behind Nelly, and all of them ate though. It's. I've always had the philosophy: I don't have to be the star. If you may like one of my team members better, that's cool. You know, it's. I have a funny story, but I don't know if Mel gonna want me to tell the story.
Nah, don't tell that story because I know that story.
No, I don't know which deal. It's a different story.
You sure?
Which story you think it is?
It ain't about the one. It ain't the one I think it is, right? Which one is it?
It's about the little white boy.
No, I don't know that
Huh? Nah, it's we'll tell it off air. It's because it's a little. It was a dude that when we did the starting lineup, and he said the word nitro glyceride. He's the one that hated me because I.
Oh yeah, nah, leave that over here.
It's over
I know what
here.
I'm talking about though.
He said we gotta leave that off there.
Because you never know what people do. Just
Yeah,
gonna say it like that. But
That's too much.
oh yeah, that's a funny story though. But you know, if you don't know the business part, you can't be successful because, like I said, you just named a lot of people, but then you still have we talk about, damn, that's impressive, but damn, this dude stole from you from that particular
Yeah,
camp.
but you reap the benefits of what you did. Mm-hmm. Some of my old work, I'm fortunate enough now to reap the benefits from some of it. He just took what had the big numbers at the time.
Yeah, it's
I'm
crazy.
able to kind of revisit some of my old work as well as, invest in my new work. So it's like I get a second chance. You know what I
So
mean?
when you when you found out about that, what was the mentality? Did you get discouraged? Was you heartbroken? How did you feel when you because some people hear that and they be like ready to
Mm.
quit.
My brother right here beside me, he'll tell you I was upset. It was to a point he wanted to, take it somewhere else.
Listen, I'm a beast on that keyboard. I found this man's home address.
Yeah. It's not Vlad TV.
The pocket.
Remember,
Remember the pocket air lover?
we ain't gonna do that. But yeah,
About to turn into air
listen,
lover. But look, I'm gonna tell you how I felt. I felt discouraged, but this how God worked. Around the same time, my a homie of mine that produced for Styles P, Jada Kiss, all these people, then produced for Cam and everybody. He's showing me the business. The time I'm learning what happened. Why react when I can just carry on and handle my business the right way?
Okay, alright.
I can't take legal action because I never signed anything. Well, guess what? It taught me I need to sign some things now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I look at it from a positive perspective. I
Yeah.
can't stand the dude. It is what it is. You did what you did. You know what I'm saying? You go to my Spotify right now. I think it said like 3,000. It was close to 4,000 something monthly listeners right now. That's a lot for me. I was never on those platforms like that. I just hopped on there, what, recently? Maybe 2 months ago. I don't pay for views. I don't pay for listens. I go to this dude's, he's got 8 monthly listeners. That's God, man. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
I feel you.
He may be eating, off the back end, whatever, but I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I can't worry about what he's doing. That's going to discourage me and take me off of my path I'm on.
Dope.
Yeah, I'm on a path, man. I'm teaching my brothers. I'm teaching. Mills is right here. My brother Sing right here. My brother CK in Philly. My boy Cash in Harlem. I got people all over the world. And I'm showing them the game too. My circle's small, but I got people everywhere.
But that's the right attitude.
That's what you gotta have. I'm about to win, man. I don't know what people think, like how they looking at it. I'm going about it the right way. I've learned so much. I know what to do now. I'm not saying I'm gonna be the biggest star, but I'm gonna get, and I just do. When I do my work, I'm gonna see every penny from my work. That's what's gonna happen. Why? Because I took not because I'm being cocky, because I took the necessary steps. I did my homework.
So I love this conversation. You got an album out now.
The solo album?
Mm-hmm. How many songs on the project?
David Goliath, I think I put about 20.
Damn.
Yeah,
You put some work in.
I produced 19 of the beats.
Okay.
One of the beats is produced by Symphonist Beats. He's from Jersey.
Okay. So any visuals you gonna do for?
We shooting a Killer video. Killer is the single for the project.
Okay. When can we expect that joint?
He just shot his part. He flexed. Where you was at?
That was in Jamaica.
So I gotta try to match that in.
The trip was already planned, but when you in a business minded sense, you say, you know what? If I shoot a little bit of video footage while I'm here, and I got my LLC, I got what I'm saying, my business taken care of, I can write off part of this trip as a, what I'm saying?
Hold on, let's not skip over that important part that you just dropped. He dropped the gem on him. He did a Mob Deep right there, buddy.
That's the truth, though, man. Like,
say that again. When you got your what?
You got your LLC. You know what I'm saying? The limited liability corporation, basically. And I did it the easy way. I didn't go to like the courthouse. I just went to LegalZoom, paid the little fee. You know what I'm saying? I keep up with my monthly payments, and I got my own tax ID number, so I write off everything. I write off part of my rent every month because my studio's in my apartment. You know what I'm saying? Every subscription I pay for, every website I build, anything I put into this music business that I spend, I write it all off. So when I went to Jamaica, of course I'm going to shoot a little video footage and say, yeah, this is part of my business, so I can write off a portion of that trip. You got to think like this, man. You got to think like this because. You know what I'm saying? It might not be the full amount, but you're gonna get something back. You're gonna get something back. And the government, that's the one good thing about the government when you are in business with someone, when you're trying to start a business, the government wants to see you succeed in business because America is nothing but a capitalist country. It's built off of businesses. So if you say you started a business this year, you might have put in $8,000 into your business this year, but you only saw a return of maybe $3,000. Write all that shit out. The government is going to say, okay, well, at least you tried. Here's some money to keep going. I've been doing this for 7 years now. Every year, I write off everything. I always write that I put out more than I brought back in, and they give me a nice return every year just on my business side. Every year.
Okay, shit. That's some free game for y'all.
Real talk. Easy. Easy,
man. I love these conversations. Y'all ready for some tough questions?
Yeah, he was asking me about the project right quick.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I'm waiting for them visuals.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do the Killer joint. We might shoot a scene tonight. I got Mills here, I got Scene here. Probably shoot something tonight.
Cool. Definitely when you look, if you know how to do videos too.
Yeah, me and you gonna do something too.
So
I'll pick a song and we'll shoot it.
Definitely.
We'll find a location and everything.
Yeah, we do videos too and stuff. So, I shot 2 videos. I was Blessed last year. We shot um, the Better video, and then we shot um, the one with Joe Clear, Daily Bread with my man Super Dave.
Okay, I'll check that out.
So I seen the links. My MacBook wasn't acting crazy, and I would have had everything up to play the videos and stuff like that. But I'm just enjoying this conversation, so um, it is. But your album is available on all platforms.
Yes, it is.
So with title,
Oh, there's David Goliath.
okay,
If
Dave.
you want to search it, it's David space X space Goliath.
So it's Max Dollars, David Goliath.
David Goliath.
So it's on. I know it's on Apple Music because I had it on Apple Music. I got it on Apple Music.
YouTube. You can put it on TikTok. You can put it everywhere. You can Shazam it. You can try to steal my samples.
So what made you choose that name for that particular project?
David
That particular,
Goliath?
yeah.
I changed my. I haven't rapped in years, and I listened to Nas albums with Hit Boy. You been tuned into Nas?
Yo, man, I've been telling Nas since
For a
93.
long time.
93.
I like all his
Illmatic.
I like his old work, but I was inspired by his work with Hit Boy as a recent. Everything they did.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it made me want to rap again, but it made me want to take a different approach and rap about more meaningful things. So
Okay.
when I thought David and Goliath, I'm thinking us versus the machine. What's the machine? Everything you go against every day.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that. It's. I think that's what hip hop is missing at times when we don't have um, concepts and feelings. Like that's what I love when I could still play Illmatic today, and because I was going through so much in '93. You know, I'm old as shit, so um, I had just graduated high school, just lost my grandmother. I, my brother had got locked up the year before. I literally had the world on my back and a dark cloud on my shoulder. Life of a Bitch was my theme song. Like I woke up to that because that's how I felt at that particular time. The music spoke to me, you know, um, and I needed that type of music to get me through the day. That's why a lot of these kids are lost because they don't have the right music to get them through the day. They don't have something that open their eyes and make them think. You know, when I heard I gave you power, it makes you think. Like when we were just playing some of your tracks and stuff, we were just zoning out, vibing, like shit that makes you think. Like, damn, that's dope. Like, and I think that's missing from a lot of music. You know, a lot of music that lacks. I guess soul would be the word.
I'm in my 30s now, so it's like that fictional rap is cool every now and then to entertain yourself, but when music is a way of life for you, you need something relatable.
Yeah.
You need something relatable. I need something to get me through. My boy said, "Man, you doing a lot of this. Woo, 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 woo." He ain't understanding at first. You doing a lot of this, man. Where the bars at? I said, man, forget the bars, man. This is my life for real. This is what I'm waking up to. This is what I'm seeing.
I mean,
Kids are throwing their life away.
Right. What I was really saying was because like if you listen to his album, every song is a thought provoking song. Every song, you know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. Like you want stuff to make you think. I was asking him to break up the monotony. You know what I'm saying? Maybe have a faster joint. Maybe have a joint where you just talk shit. But no, that's not the message he was trying to get across. So you can do nothing but respect that. You know what I'm saying? And the joint still came out dope.
I mean,
It got to a point, not to cut you off, it got to a point where he started giving me video treatments. He started to see my vision.
Yeah. Without him even asking. I just like, yo, I like this. Here, what you think about this?
Might I add, I did this album in 2 or 3 sessions. 20 tracks.
That's a lot.
2 or 3 sessions.
I mean, when you like, how would you put this? As an MC, it's like this. When we had a group, and someone asked me one day, they was like, well, who do I rhyme for? They said, well, you don't rhyme for the masses. No, I don't. I rhyme for the person that wants to hear me.
I'm rapping for myself.
I said, if I touch If I got 20 people in the room, if I touch one person, I'm happy.
That's
If they can understand my metaphors, my bars, and be like boom, boom, boom. And here's the thing: we had like Jamel was dope, Mike was dope, John was dope. So I might not be your, you might like what Jamel is doing. I might not be your cup of tea, and I'm okay with that, But boom, I've had people come back to me like, dog, I really heard what the fuck you were saying. That shit was dope. Like, damn, you really spit bars. That makes my day. That's all I need. I feel like that's a win.
Sometimes it only takes one person. That's all it takes.
To me, that's a win for me because that was my accomplishment. I wanted to touch some. That means he didn't just listen to me. I touched their soul.
I can play my music to an older demographic and they respect it. I could sit down with a person that is not into hip hop and they'll listen. You're really saying something. This is what people need.
Yeah.
And they'll respect it.
Definitely.
It's not that they don't like hip hop. They just can't relate to what people trying to sell to them. Everybody loves hip hop in all actuality. They just want to cater to them in a certain way.
Well, not everything wants to be. Everybody wants to be. Oh, the gun buck this, the gun buck that, and it's. I hate this era of everybody sounds the same. Well, I grew up in an era where people were different. Like, you had. I love Rakim, but I like KRS One. I like Redman. I love DPMD. I love Tribe. Public Enemy is one of my favorite groups.
People have their own personality.
But their music spoke to each other. Like, I could listen. I grew up listening to NWA and Public Enemy. But at the same time, you might come in. I might be playing X Clan. You know, that's he can tell you. Like Mel can tell you. I had literally some CDs sucked, but I had like literally every hip hop CD that came out or tape at the time. I used to have like cases of these shits. But I would have all this stuff because different music spoke to me differently at different times of my life, or even at different times of the day. That's what shit. If I wanted to feel, if I'm going through something, I could throw on some X. If I need a prayer, I could throw on some X. That's DMX, not that I do ecstasy. I'm just talking to the slow people. I'm talking about to the slow people in the back that they're like, who's X? Nigga be think I'm talking about a Vin Diesel movie or some shit. But I could throw on that and then here go away, be angry, walk the streets, be angry, and then we get to the prayer. Whatever I was going through, I'm not even thinking about that no more. So when you have music that speaks to you, it's different. When Nas did like the grown man shit, brunch on Sundays. Whoa. Damn.
That was hard.
Yeah. Because I love brunch.
But it shows growth, you know what I'm saying? Because especially if you're in this game for a long time, you can't talk about the same thing your entire life, especially if it has changed your life.
Well, I mean, it's let me keep 100. Shit I did in my 20s ain't the same shit I did in my 40s and 50s. Like, 20s, yeah, I was strip club, drinking, partying all night, crawling into work.
At a certain time, you appreciated the music that was for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you grow. I still listen to drill music.
Yeah.
When I want to.
But
it's not my life.
Yeah.
So I can't listen to it every day.
Don't get me wrong. I love Jeezy. I love. I ain't never trapping because I know what it did to my family. I lived having to watch my mother cry herself to sleep. I seen my nephew be raised without a father. I know what it's like for my brother. He didn't want to go to my grandmother's funeral in handcuffs. So we can't say goodbye to the woman that raised us. So, can't do it every day. Yeah, I like the TIs. I love the Gs. I like the drill joints. Good music is going to talk to you regardless, but classic music speaks to you forever. I still play Microphone Fiend. I still play KRS One. My Philosophy is the song that opened me up to hip hop. It's my favorite MC. Boogie Down Productions was one of my. I love Boogie Down Productions.
He didn't do the award
He didn't because he was like, and I get his point. Now they want to honor us after 50 years. He's like, but you could have done the 47th year. You could have done the 48th year. You did it on the 50th because now you want to say, boom. Keep in mind, KRS One was, when Jazzy Jeff and them got that first Grammy, you know, we our part wasn't shown.
Right, they didn't even air.
They didn't air it.
The rap part.
Yeah, they boycotted. Jazzy Jeff and them were in the first place got their shit in the mail. We
I
boycotted.
know it was that deep. I thought they was at least at the show. But
No, they was. They boycotted the show. They was out the show marching in front. It was the first year hip hop being recognized as a music form, and they wasn't even. They didn't even show it.
That's important to
The Grammys didn't start showing love really until shit like BET and MTV started showing love, so they can compete. It was nothing about that they respected hip hop as an art form. It's just that they just wanted to compete. Cause there's albums that Illmatic never had a Grammy. Nas just got a Grammy off the second, either the first or the second joint he did with Hit Boy.
With Hit Boy, yeah, got a Grammy.
You know, Macklemore had a Grammy before Nas.
which is disgusting. And it's a shame because when you think of your favorite artist, like your favorite albums in history that has stood the test of time, and you go back to that year it was released and you see who beat them out for the Grammy, it's insulting. It's like they don't even understand our culture to be judging our culture because you're giving it the bullshit.
When 50 Cent dropped, he was the hottest person on the planet. He don't have a Grammy.
Right. How is that?
How did Get Rich or Die Trying not be album of the year?
And I bet you if you go look at that year and see, you know what I'm saying, who did win the Grammy?
He sold like 10 million records. Hey,
you'll be embarrassed and insulted.
He broke records with that album.
So it's
That's one of the biggest hip hop albums of my time.
Yeah.
50 Cent. Yeah, most definitely.
So when we talk music and we talk this stuff, it's such a holy place for me because this music literally, the first music that spoke to me, and I say that because not that I didn't like R&B, but I couldn't carry a note in the backpack. Jazz is cool, but hip hop made me feel. Hip hop was like, got me thinking. Hip hop it's got my creative juices going. If no hip hop, there's no podcast. There's no At the Bar podcast. There's no shows that we've done. I'm never saying I was the first nigga rapping on my block, but I was one of the dudes that made hip hop. The way people love hip hop now, I've been loving hip hop like that, and then Jamel can tell you back when we was younger. We was one of the first dudes to perform hip hop. We was one of the first people to really. We performed. I think we was in Manassas or somewhere, and we weren't even in our comfort zone where people knew us. We still walked in like we were the shit. By the time we started freestyling, people was cheering us, and we got on stage, didn't even really know our parts, and still killed it. But hip hop spoke to me and gave us adventures like that, and gave us drive to do these things and expand our creativity and brotherhood. So I love hip hop for what it is. So You know, people don't understand. People just don't understand the music. So I understand why you created and what you did because you know you had a thought. You had a not just a thought. You had a feeling. And you put your feelings into the music, and you crafted something different. That shit. I salute you for that. That's what we need more people to think outside the box and be like, hey, you know what? This is cool, but let me change this. Let me change that. And not be afraid to do stuff like that. But you know, not everybody's gonna have courage.
And to drive that point home, the fact that, you know what I'm saying, I might have been in his ear like, yo, you sure you don't want to do this? You sure you don't want to do that? And he stuck to his guns and
But you, but we need the people to question us. Like
yeah,
we
of
need.
course.
Here's the thing. I don't want to be around yes men.
That's true. That's true.
I want to be around people. Yo, dog, I don't like that shit. Cause the mail tell you, I tell you quick, I don't like that shit, or this, or yo, you sure you want to do that?
So what I did was I came to, I think it was my last session. I came for the album.
Yeah.
And the intro, what became the intro was me spitting bars.
Yeah. Exactly.
And
Exactly.
I took what he said into consideration. I just didn't want to do it my whole album. I
Yeah.
even made a track that I didn't release yet. Fetty in the Lambo.
Yeah, that joint's fire too. Ooh, and
Fetty in
that
the
joint sounds like
Lambo.
some.
I'm sounding like a young Swiss Beats on the
That
hook.
joint's dope.
Okay.
I'll send it to you. Yeah, but I took what he
Mm.
said into consideration. So it's not all that I stuck to my gun. I stuck to my guns and what I wanted to do, but I also listened to my brother.
All
I
right.
saw that I could do both things. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Definitely, definitely. Um. So who your who's on your Mount Rushmore of hip hop?
But I'll let you go first, though.
My Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
I mean, see, like with me, these lists like they change. So
It don't matter. It's your list.
but it's like all right. So when it comes to MCs, you know, because I'm a lyricist. You know what I'm saying? So I rock Marciano,
Mm-hmm.
Ransom, um, Benny the Butcher. Maybe like you know what I'm saying. I'm more current. You know what I'm saying. Of course, the Nas and the Rakim, they legendary. But
Mm.
if like I put together these radio shows on a regular basis, so I'm always listening to new music. So
Mm.
yeah, Ransom, Rock Marciano, Benny the Butcher for the fourth. Mm, honestly, Sean Price, rest in
Okay.
peace. Because even though he passed so many years ago, he did so much work and was selling features to so many unknown and underground artists. There's still songs that I'm hearing in 2024 that I never heard yet. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So it always feels good to discover these new verses.
So funny
For,
thing is, but we'll talk about it
mm,
after the show, so the
I
audience
met
won't
I
get to
met
hear
Sean
this.
Price before.
Oh,
We,
you met
wow.
him
no,
before?
we're gonna talk about it after the show. We can't. We got some boot camp
That's the
stories.
story. Okay, okay,
Mm,
This
okay.
we got some boot camp stories. Like we really could have been part of boot camp.
wow.
We had two connections to boot camp.
I
We'll talk.
I actually did a lot of work with Rusty Jux. He's on both of my albums. He's on the first and second album that I dropped.
So,
We actually
so
did shots and videos and all
He's
that.
on my compilation album.
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
It drops on the 19th, by the way.
All right. Um, what's your five? The
My
Mount Rushmore.
five people that I think are great at rap.
Yeah, that's your Mount Rushmore.
I would be a hypocrite if I don't say Kanye because the producing rapping is what inspired me. That's
True
what made
indeed.
me make that album, kind of. He plays a big part.
Hey man, College Dropout still
Uh,
one of my favorite albums.
that's my, all of his albums. The first three were my favorite, and then the work he did before. Nas is definitely on my list, man. And I'm talking from when he started to now. He's number one on my list just for being so consistent. I gotta put Jay Z in there.
Okay.
So I got Jay Z, Kanye, Nas, Big Pun, and Big L was so different.
Yeah.
I was listening to Big Pun last week.
So when Big Pun dropped, it's funny because I had never seen the movie Fresh.
Mm-hmm.
So, because Big Pun original name was Big Punisher,
Mhm.
and I think Marvel got involved, so they shortened it to Big Pun.
Mm.
But we had heard Big Pun on a couple of Clue mixtapes. One of the joints I had heard him on was "What Would You Do If You Can't?" Unbelievable. Uh, he killed that shit. And but I had never seen the movie Fresh, but that's where the intro comes from.
Mhm.
And he'd be like, "Bam, bam, bam, Punisher kill all y'all." The little Puerto Rican kids
Oh
going
yeah,
off.
yeah,
Punisher
yeah.
kill
I know
Spider
what you're
Man.
talking
Bam,
about.
bam, bam. Punisher kill X Man. Bam, bam.
Yeah.
But that's where it comes from because the Punisher. Uh, but that's what came from the movie Fresh, and it made me actually see the movie because of that particular part. So, I remember Jamel was going around quoting that shit. Bam, bam. See, I told you that shit. But definitely, definitely. So, what's your top five producers though?
Ah, damn, I already named
Your
Kanye,
Mount
right?
Rushmore producers.
Just Blaze, Kanye West, of course the Heatmakers. Um, man, I know he's like not. He hasn't been around for a long time, but I definitely throw Hit Boy in there
Okay.
because he kind of inspired me to like what him and Nas did inspired me to do the album.
Look, I always like to tell people when we ask you what's your Mount Rushmore, it's yours. You ain't gotta explain it.
I
I
got
mean, I may question, be like, well, why is this? Why is that? That's only time, but that's it's your Mount Rushmore.
I got Hit
Your
Boy
shit
in
should be
there,
the same as mine.
and shit for the fifth. Fifth could be Alchemist. It would be Alchemist.
Oh yeah,
Actually, Alchemist is up there with Kanye for me.
Alchemist is dope.
Out Kanye and Just Blaze will be the first three.
Okay,
I listen to all types of music, but that's what really drives me and inspires me. Those people I name.
all right, bet. What's yours?
All right, definitely Alchemist. Um, definitely Kanye West, more early Kanye for me.
Mm.
The RZA, absolutely. The RZA actually inspired me to produce. Um, to be honest, the man sitting next to me, Max Dollars, he's
Max
on there.
Dollars.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was a fan before anything, for real. You know what I'm saying? So Max, and the next one or the last one would be somebody I probably never heard of, a dude named Future Wave.
Nah, I heard of him.
Future Wave.
He didn't work with Riggs.
Yeah,
A lot of
yeah,
those
yeah,
people that do
yeah.
that
He's
kind
on
of
top.
yeah.
He's fucking
He's
amazing.
dope.
He's
Yeah,
amazing.
he's
You know
dope.
what I'm saying?
Where he from?
Canada.
Yeah, he definitely not from America, but
Yeah.
he's fire.
He's dope.
He's fire. I heard some of his
I'll
work.
look into that.
Okay. What advice would shout out to Nanya? Hope you feeling better, and we definitely gotta get a slice of pizza. What advice would you give to up and coming MCs and producers?
Um, the first thing I would tell them, especially an MC, what you have to realize if you want to get into this rap game now in this age, the rap game is so saturated
Mhm.
with rappers that rappers have actually, in my opinion, become the market. Like when you wanted to rap back in the days, the market was fans. You know, just make records and sell to the fans. But now, if you're a rapper, you have to figure out a way to produce something for other rappers. Whether you get to the point where you're selling your verse,
Mhm.
or you build a studio and you sell studio time, or you know how to shoot a video and you sell video footage. There's more rappers than there's fans nowadays. So
Mhm.
you can't just think that your pen game is going to make you rich. You have to become a jack of all trades and either get your pen game up to the point where people want to buy your verse for their album, or start thinking outside the box. You know what I'm saying? Shoot a video, press up CDs, make a T-shirt, something. You have to have something else outside of that rapping skill. And then producers, it's slowly becoming the same way, where there's so many producers and there's so many. They got producers that are. You get 20 beats for $5. That type of crazy dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? So you have to figure out a way to actually market to the people that you're kind of in competition with or in the same business with, because it's very rare that you're going to write a rap and it's going to get you $1 million. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to my homegirl now. She's a singer. She said, "Think outside of the box."
You have to. You have
Yes.
to go with that thought you got.
Mm-hmm.
Stop being scared. That's my advice. Go with that thought you got. Forget what they're gonna think. They're gonna think what they're gonna think anyway. If you make it, they're gonna have assumptions about you. If you lose, they're gonna have assumptions about you. Go with your heart, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm going with my heart. I'm gonna make everything I want to make. If I want to work with a certain artist, and it's to a point where I learned you gotta invest. Even as a producer, I have to invest. I
That's
have to pay the
important.
artist. I don't want a placement no more if it's not a big placement. It does nothing for me. What am I gonna do? The same thing I'm doing now, taking the old record, register the old record. I could get a new record, and I could tell the artist what content I want. I could make the artist that the person hates so much talk about what I want them to talk about because I'm paying them for their time.
That's what's up.
You take the people that's above you and you make them a part of your agenda. What you got going on. Your vision is what matters.
And also to add on to that point,
Mm-hmm.
make sure, like you said, make sure you love what you do.
Oh, most definitely.
Make sure you, because like I've had instances like when I was doing my radio show, especially in the earlier days.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I would stream live, and like I would go to the webpage, like the Twitch page, or back then it was UStream or some crazy.
Ustream, I remember
Shout out to
them.
UStream.
Yeah, because y'all Ustream sucked.
Yeah, but like you could see the number of people watching, and a lot of times it was only me watching. You know what I'm saying? But I love what I'm doing. So eventually, if you keep the consistency, you know what I'm saying? Keep doing it on a regular basis.
Exactly.
Eventually, it'll catch on. But you gotta love it first. You gotta love and
So-
want to do it on a regular
Someone
basis.
told me last year, my boy that told me the business, stop looking at the numbers.
Yes.
Keep being consistent.
So-
If you keep putting things out, eventually, something already done hit for me, right? Maybe a 3 or 4 or 5, 6 songs already. I got a song right now streaming. I'm not gonna say the numbers, but it didn't hit.
Yeah.
But don't look at the numbers. Don't worry about this one got this. You got to keep going.
You got to. I mean, one of the greatest things that was said was, if you don't love it, then this ain't gonna be for you.
Yeah,
You can't be
most
successful if you don't love it.
Most definitely.
Um,
It's not a hustle.
The-
It don't have to be a hustle.
it's not a hustle; it's a passion, and people
It don't have to be a hustle.
and people mistake that. Like I always tell people, because I tell people they'll say, "Well, how much you do this or how much?" Like, Slim, I'm gonna make money till the day I die. It's a passion for me.
Right.
Like, I remember I was taking pictures of somebody, and these little kids, I ain't gonna say little kids, but these young kids was like, "Yo, oh, can y'all take my picture real quick?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did it." And they was like, "Oh, do we gotta pay?" And I was like, because it was just a passion. I was just happy to do it. I love being creative.
Just don't let your
Passion
get you.
No, don't get me wrong, cause I get hired out for gigs and stuff, and I do want my money for that.
Yeah.
And even now when I do shows and stuff, I need my bread.
So you can't just love the rap. You can't just love the produce. You can't just love the DJ. You can't just love the host. You also got to learn to love the business.
You gotta love the business side.
I love the business side now because I understand.
Because you understand it, like, but it's pros and cons. It's you got to take the ups with the downs. Doing the photography thing, even having this conversation, I definitely need to get my LLC for my photography because we've had people that you get people that bullshit. You get people that go, "Oh yeah, we want you for this gig, and it's going to." You give them a price, tell them to do a deposit, you ain't gonna hear from these motherfuckers again. But then I literally had somebody that asked me to do something. I told them what my availability was. They said on such and such time. I actually called the dude in at my regular job to come in early so I can go there. They hit me the day, but literally 10 o'clock that night, and was like, "Oh yeah, can we do it on Sunday instead?" So now you got me paying a motherfucker overtime at my regular job. And then you want to switch, and then you don't even call me that Friday. You send me a text.
Nah, stop it.
Nah, son.
Stop it.
You can't do business like that.
Took it easy.
It's always our people, too, by the way. It's always our people. Ourpeople.com will
Real
do
talk,
some
man.
fuckery business. But it's always our people that do shit like that.
Always, man. And it's not no, it's not just our people. It's this culture. It's this
Yeah.
whole culture. Because even the people in Spain and Canada and everywhere, they were coming the same way, bro.
But it's
Oh, I don't want to buy the beat now. I can't afford it
But
right
it-
now, man. I can't
But
afford
it's-
it. That's a little steep for me.
But it's funny.
You gonna get on the beat and talk about how much money you
Yeah,
got?
exactly.
Come on, man.
So
It's a little steep for you. Come on, man.
So last year I got booked last year I got booked to do a Christmas party, right? And so the people called me. And I was like, well, this is what I do. They was like, well, you don't got a backdrop and you can just walk around and charge people to take pictures. I was like, no. What I do is you pay me a flat fee. I walk in here. I will be here for such and such time, and I will take as many pictures as you need. You need me to, you want me to get the pictures of these super important people? That's cool. You need a little bit of video? That's cool. This is what I do. So they told me no. So then, the day of, they called my man, and it was like, we still ain't got no photographer. He was like, well, I told you who to call, and he told you what it was, but then when I did it my way, it happened to be the right way, and it was like, oh, yeah, we just gonna put these pictures on the website. I was like, so if I would have gave everybody the individual pictures, do you really think they're gonna send you your shit to put on the website?
Right.
Do you think that you were gonna call me and be like, yo, you know so and so pictures? No, bro, because once they pay me, it's gone.
These are the kind of things we deal with, man.
Once you pay me, that delete button's gone. Like I'm not keeping that shit. Of people I don't know.
She gonna save it. Listen, stop it, King.
You're like, yo, you still got that picture of so and so? Who the hell is that? You know, they was at the function. Now shit deleted.
Like, hey, you still got that.
You know, but it's definitely people need to understand the business side. You know, have the passion definitely, but understand the business side.
I was guilty myself of looking at it as a hustle. You know, I don't look at it like that no more. I know my worth. You know, like if you can't pay me what I'm worth, I don't want to work with you.
I mean,
I don't want to work with you because you're not attached to the name, not to you're not attached to the names that I done work with.
Yeah. But
You're not just getting a beat, you're getting a brand.
Well, it was.
I'm a brand. He's a brand. He's a brand. You a brand.
Yeah.
That's what you're paying for.
Well, I tell people all the time, they be like, well, damn, can you shoot a video? Can you do this? Or you just take pictures? It's like, well, damn, why you want so much? I was like, bro, my camera's $1,000. My lens is $400. I got 2 batteries. That's $60. I got a flash that was about another $60. You want me to keep going? Cause that's only named 1 lens. I got 3 other lenses. I bought 3 other lenses too.
Another thing, not only that they also have to take account the years of experience you have. You know what I'm saying? You ain't new to this. You know what I'm saying? So all of that goes into the price. You're not paying $30 an hour for my studio time. You're paying $30 an hour for my 25 years of experience doing this. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, they have to understand
when he could be charging you way more. People don't understand we doing them a favor with
But
the price we charging them.
But that's to be the craziest thing though, because people will say your price is too high, then they go pay somebody else, and like, what the fuck? What's wrong with you?
Oh no, man, it's a crazy game.
It's people, because that just goes back to what to circle back to what we said at the beginning. Some people just don't want to see you win.
It's a crazy game. I've been working with dudes for years. They never sent me splits or nothing. I get on, do your homework. You go see people that register all these stuff 100%, and we supposed to be this and that, and you know what I mean. I learned the business. I still try to do, business.
I mean, we paid for a beat. We paid for a beat, and the nigga who we paid the beat to, gave us the stems and everything. So we thinking the beat is ours. Found another nigga with the beat,
Shout out to
and
that
then he
nigga.
raised, and then he registered the beat.
Wow. Dirty business.
But that was,
man.
but that happened. You
Cool
know,
Taj.
Yeah,
Oh man, I didn't mean to say your name. My bad, bro.
Taj looked out,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Oh,
He
okay.
split, he
Okay.
split the joint with us, you know what I mean? Like you said, everybody else don't
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
see
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
nothing.
yeah,
He made a deal with us. He was like, yo, look, y'all
Mm.
niggas, y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all good.
yeah.
So it's just that when people do shit, people do some fuck shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
You
mean,
just got you got to
unfortunately,
know how
it's
to
good
move.
business and bad business, and there's so many people who rather do bad business than good business.
That's true.
But once again, it's who you surround yourself with. When you find out this person does bad business, fool me once, that's shame on you.
Shit, as a
You
producer,
you fool me twice, and I keep doing business with you. I'm an idiot.
producers out there, you don't know you're entitled to a percentage of every record you produce. That's the game. Get your percentage.
Yeah,
Get your percentage, man.
get your
You
money.
ain't waste your time just to get that beat to that guy so he can floss and just live good.
Yeah, you gotta. I think this is the conversation that a lot of people need to hear, especially from a person who's worked with different artists, like major artists and stuff. And it come from another person who's worked with different artists and stuff also. So it's like, you know, this is some real live facts. This is a real game. I just want people to take time to listen.
Look, I put my own compilation album together. It comes out the 19th of this month.
Mm.
It's called Dramatic Community. Kind of
Okay.
inspired by Diplomatic Community. You know, I
Yeah.
did grow up on Dipset, but got some people from Dipset on there. J.R. Writer, Hell Rel. Um, I got a movie star on there, Conejo. He's an actor, Chicano rapper.
Okay.
I want to tell an interesting thing because shout out to him. He didn't charge me a dime and gave me two verses because of the work I put in with him. Every other rapper, you gotta pay me this, so I could do it. You gotta pay me this.
J Hood too. J Hood.
J Hood looked out.
Okay.
I gave him his,
Shout
I
out to
did
J
splits.
Hood.
You
You know
know,
the beats, man.
I gave
Yeah,
J
I rock with
Hood
J
a
Hood.
percentage of the record we did because he looked out for me. Why not? Um,
Okay.
It's a real dude, man.
God Bless the Dead. Fred the Godson's on the album.
Oh, for real?
Who else? Rusty Jukes is on the album. Down with Sean Price.
J.R. Writer, L.
My
Brown.
boy Double P from Compton. Nice. Yeah, I got Compton on the
Yeah, I
album.
about to say, damn, you got
Yeah.
Compton on the
Uh
album?
huh. Who else on the album, man? Got a lot of people on the album. You just gotta cop it, man.
Salute
It's
CK.
worth it. CK 215. Also, me and CK's down with us. Dramatic Empire. Me and CK, we have our own EP fully produced by me. He's doing all the rapping. It's dropping sometime this month.
Okay, so you just loading up with
Yeah.
projects.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
That's
Most
cool.
definitely. I'm coming, man. Like this year, I'm not playing. I know I've been laid back. Everybody been telling me, man, you need to talk your stuff. You need to do this. You got my business in order. I'm dropping
Well,
every month,
well,
man.
see, here's the thing. I like the fact that you got your business in order
Mm-hmm.
before you came out and be like, I'm not going to just talk my stuff because I'm going to learn from my mistake.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm going to grow and now I can talk my stuff the right way.
Most importantly, I can help my brothers.
Definitely.
So now I'm passing knowledge. Each one teach one.
Yeah.
He inspired me to make my own project. I wasn't gonna make no project. He got in my ear, man. You should make a project. You ain't never think about making no project. I'm celebrating his with him, right?
Yeah.
Bro, you doing your thing. He like, you could be doing yours too.
Yeah, I feel like
That's what a
exactly
brother.
what I'm doing.
That's what a brother does, man.
Yeah. I think the only thing I think now that once you create these fan bases and stuff, I think um, you know, we was talking about this earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually start. Cause I've seen a couple people do it too. Move away from streaming because they're only
Mm-hmm.
paying us pennies. And I think now they only paying out people who do like 1,000 streams
Yeah.
on Spotify.
Yeah, there's a certain
But
cutoff. You have to stream, make a certain
Yeah,
amount
so
of streams to even get anything.
I've done that 1,000 like I'm not gonna say how many times, but Yeah.
But it was just crazy because when they was listening, because there are certain links and stuff that you can have
Mm-hmm.
where people can put your link and they download the album,
Mm-hmm.
from you, and that money goes to you.
Yes. Oh yeah, yeah,
And selling the album. I think, 'cause I thought people was doing that a while ago. I was like, that's
Mm-hmm.
backwards. But then after I've researched it more, I found out no, I was just backwards.
No, they started selling merch with it, and then
Yeah,
you have some people printing up the vinyls, right?
yeah. Like when I drop my albums, what I do, I drop them exclusively on my website first
yeah.
for like maybe 2 to 3 weeks to try and get those sales, and then
Mm-hmm.
it'll be on Spotify, this and
Yeah.
that, all the other
So
stuff.
and that's what and I think that's the thing that we have to do is like start dropping stuff exclusively,
Mm-hmm.
and even so when you do drop it on Spotify, probably if it the one that's exclusive from your album, if you give them 22 tracks and give Spotify 20 tracks,
Mm-hmm.
Still
now we
has more value.
boom,
Giving them something special,
yeah.
and then you
Mm-hmm.
can only get these features if you copy from the site. Right, that
I
makes
you know
sense.
I remember when Hushacha came out and buying every fucking mixtape and you couldn't find it. It was on Clue.
Yeah.
You had to. It was just he just had the exclusive to it.
Mm-hmm.
And um, was it Clue? I think it was Clue. It was Clue or Ron G, but one of them. But I think it was
I think
Clue.
it's cool.
I think it was Clue. But it was exclusive. And I was like, I remember calling New York. Yo, send me this one. No, send me that one.
It's
Send
funny.
me.
It's funny you mentioned it. You know what was even harder to find? The Keith Murray verse on the Who Shot You beat.
Oh
Because
damn.
I had heard that. Matter of fact, that was an intro, I think, on like Mary's album or something. And I was like,
Yeah.
where is that song? Like, that was even harder to find. I've always, like, that's
Mm,
what made me go into, like, my radio show. I've
mm,
always had a knack for trying to find exclusives.
yeah.
It's crazy. And when I heard that, it took me, I believe, 2 years to find that damn full song with Keith Murray. And it
Mm.
wasn't even that great, but just the fact that I
Yeah.
finally had it,
Mm-hmm.
I
it
mean, it
felt
was
like I accomplished
yeah.
something.
It was always it's always fine. It's always good to find something rare. I was always a fan. Like I remember when I finally heard Dreams. Um, back when Biggie did Dreams. Dreams of
Mm-hmm.
fucking
Oh
an
yeah, yeah,
R&B
yeah,
chick.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd heard it. I'd heard rumors of the song,
Yeah.
and then you'd actually hear it when
yeah.
somebody
Mm-hmm.
actually finally dropped it. It was like 2, 3 years after the song actually came out. But it was the song that he violated escaping.
That's what was so dope. That was what was so dope about the mixtape era.
Oh yeah.
There was so many hidden gems.
Well, the mixtape era was popping because some of the shit actually was better on mixtapes
Mm-hmm.
than the actual stuff. Like Cannabis on a mixtape versus the Cannabis album, totally different.
Very true. Very true.
you know, um, I remember hearing the unpolished second round knockouts, and then
Mm-hmm.
I love when people usually will go back and forth because the shit was just so grimy and so it was so uncut. Like it was, you love that particular era. I miss those days. All right, we're gonna wind it down. Damn, we almost talked for 2 hours. This
Man,
just
it flew by
We went
too.
in.
and then shit. You're lucky because if I'd had the MacBook was acting right, we add the music and the videos and shit. It's usually be a
Mm-hmm.
3 hour
Man, it would
show.
have been easy.
We went literally 2 hours no music break. It's like
Jesus
8:41
Christ.
right now, so we went almost like 2 hours no music break. But when the conversation is good, that's how it should be.
Most definitely.
Um, Definitely know where they can again where they can get your project and where they can find you on social media and stuff.
Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, Max Dollars, MAX, space DOLLAS.
All right, your turn.
Like I said, if you go to my website, I just literally just built this website in a drunken stupor 3 nights ago, but it got everything on there.
But you got to tell them the
Yeah,
website.
it's www.worldpremierradio.com. World Premiere Radio. If you want to send me music, go to that website. You can send me music to get played on the radio show. I'm actually going to be doing seminars, music business 101 seminars, going over some of the stuff we discussed today. $20 Zoom meetings to pay you $20. We're going to do it the second Friday of every month. Each class is going to be something new and different, whether it's touching on entertainment lawyers, the contracts, the publishings, the different types of publishings, BMI, ASCAP, things like that. Collecting royalties. If someone might be claiming your stuff on Spotify, we're gonna tell you how to deal with that. $20, nice and cheap for you. $20. Attend the Zoom
First
meeting.
of all, that right there is a steal.
Yes, $20. Nice
I'm
and
in
easy.
there. I'm coming
Nice
to
and
it.
cheap. $20. Yeah, but yeah, worldpremierradio.com. You can sign up for the seminar. The seminar classes is gonna start in February, and you're gonna learn a thing or two. Fuck with us.
Definitely, definitely, definitely.
Oh, and by the way, I'm Seeing the Dream. Follow me on Instagram, SEENDADREAM. Seeing the Dream on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and of course, Chrome Radio, Facebook, Twitter, all of that.
Shit. All right, cool, cool, cool. And I am 151. Um, we'll probably be back next week. I love conversations like this. I love just building the business and I love dealing with people that are passionate about the business. Um, and both of you gentlemen are passionate about it. Shout out to Mike, shout out to Mel's.
That's what it do.
Man, me and Mel's. We could just do a show of all the adventures that we had. It'd be freaking crazy. Shout out to Pat Riley. Rest in peace, John Brown. Rest in peace, my old radio partner, Black GOP. Um, I love this shit. Like I love people with good energy, and I love people that aren't afraid to network and aren't afraid to to come over. Cause a lot of people talk that shit, then you put in front of the camera, they just freeze up. They be like, "Tell me about job. It's hot. It's good. What's the hottest song? I don't know." This interview about to be 15 minutes. We out.
Right.
Let's go to a video break, please.
15 minutes. Yo,
If you can't talk, your shit will be 15 minutes, dog. I'll be like, oh, no, we ain't doing this all night.
Rest in peace to my man Will Poe, man. Rest in
Will
peace,
Will
Paul,
Pro, and Tone Rickin.
Say it again.
Tone Rockin. Toke Rockin. Rest in peace to him
Rest in peace,
too.
Toke Ruffin too.
Yeah, that my
Condolences
God,
to the family.
He said right here, spitting
Yeah,
bars,
Toke was
man.
here.
Man.
My first time coming here. Toke was here.
that was a
He
phenomenal
kind of passed
show.
away before seeing the success of the Hot-ish record.
Yeah,
Try to keep, the Hot-ish record, so he didn't get to see, the back and forth with Cardi B and everything. But,
yeah,
God bless their souls, man.
man.
We
Risk
here,
takers.
we here, man. Dramatic Empire. We here to stay.
Mhm.
My man giving seminar classes. I'm selling beats.
Look,
I
man.
could connect you with the artists you want to work with. Like what you want to do, man. Let's work.
When you have this in your backyard, I just pray people take advantage of it. Reach out and network. Um, and the worst they can tell you is no. But understand too, if you're not investing in yourself, then don't reach out. If you're not really gonna buy a beat, if you come in, I hate motherfuckers that oh I can't get that beat for half or like I
Always
literally
trying to get something
Gladly
for
pay you
nothing.
Tuesday.
Always trying to
nah,
get something for nothing.
but because this is what fucked it up for people. So if I give you a discount, this is what happened before. I gave a dude a discount on one of the tickets. So I was like, all right, cool. So every time I see the nigga, I be like, oh, you can get a ticket. He's gonna like get back and forth. Nah, nigga, you got, I gave you one. And then he was just like, oh well, I put Renegade on this and I put Renegade on the other, bruh. Like,
You did that for Renegade. You did that
well,
for Renegade. You didn't do that for me. That's what people gotta understand too.
well, I tell people all the time, support support is not you coming to me and being like, yo, let me get a free shirt.
Mhm.
Nigga, that ain't support. That's a gift.
I had somebody hit me up. They told me, I'm gonna share the story before we go off. It's real quick. They told me, man, why you give me them beats? I'm hearing your album. Why you ain't give me those beats? Why you ain't give me those beats? I said, because you ain't do a listening session with me. I don't know what you want. You said send you a batch. I sent you a batch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you picked the best beats for yourself.
I told him that too. Hey, yo, listen, he's funny.
Saving the best beats for yourself.
Like, he came to
I
record.
could have had a listening session with you, and you could have picked that same beat. But people, they want to be. So this is my thing. I want to work with people that want to be who they are.
Yeah.
I can't make you the next A Mafia, J.R. Ryder.
True.
You got to be yourself. You want me to sing you what they done had. I don't know what they done had because I'm somewhere else right now. You get what I'm saying? That's old to me. So
yeah.
that's the whole point of you doing a listening session and picking the beat yourself. You might find that A Mafia beat in that session. Is it going to be a tedious session? Yes, it is, because I have over maybe 4,000 beats. It's going to be tedious. You're going to hear a lot of beats. Oh, I don't want that. I might want that. I'll put that to the side. But you have to do the work. See, when I work with my boy Cash and my boy CK, they on my team. I know they sound. It's a no-brainer. Because I'm invested in they. I'm not invested in your sound, and I don't mean to sound rude. I'm not invested in a customer's sound because I don't know they sound.
Either way, you gotta put in work. You can't expect if you're not listening to all the tracks. You can't. Then who fault is that? If you didn't do the listening session, you just said send me some shit, and I just send you some shit. I've done what you asked.
If you're paying me to be viewed as someone else, don't pay me. Let's not do business.
But
I want to work with you. I want to build with you.
the problem is that when you started, oh, I want that another J.R. Ryder beat. No, but you're not J.R. Ryder. Get a beat that's going to speak to you.
You can get the J.R. Ryder beat. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can have that beat. But I'm not going to go looking for that beat for you.
Nah.
You have to do the work and come to the session.
Yeah.
Do I charge for some of the session? Yes. Yes, I do.
You should.
I charge for my time.
Exactly.
But it goes back to what we said, invest.
Mm-hmm.
You think this, you think these mics, this MacBook and this camera and all this other shit was free? Nah, invested. Do you think that the program you use or the hardware you use for making beats is free? No. We're looking at the machine over there. That joint is like $600 or $700.
It took me years to buy FL Studio. That man over there, he told me, stop bulls. Stop playing around, man. You're a grown man. Why you keep getting all these crack programs? How you gonna register your work the right way? People still gonna steal from you. Buy the program. Stop. That man told me that.
IP address for your software definitely is licensed. That man
told me that. Maybe 2 years ago. 2 years, 3 years ago. I think I took heed 2 or 3 years ago.
Well, that's what's up.
Yeah, but man, we appreciate y'all. Thanks for having us.
Look, man, we got more projects coming out. We definitely gonna have you back, and then we definitely gonna link up and definitely shoot a video for one of your joints. And
Let's get it.
like, I love working. Like I get excited for good shit.
I ain't gonna front. I did expect there to be more drinking on this podcast. Due to the title of the podcast.
So the thing is, I started to talk and I had the bottle and I just haven't. I ain't over there yet.
It's all good though. We all wait to the end.
I've been looking at it. I'll be like, yeah. I'll be like, yeah, I'm about to go. So normally what would happen is I would have music and I would do a music break and I could switch over to a video and then go walk and go get.
Oh man.
So.
That's all you look at it, bro.
Yeah, I was looking at it hard. So I was like, damn.
I ain't gonna lie. I was like, damn, I can't even touch the bottle. What's going on?
So the cups are over there.
You start telling the story about the more sentimental story. I said, he better grab a cup.
So yeah, I was normally I'd do a music break and I'd be like, oh, I'm about to get twisted.
You ain't got
But
the other laptop with you.
yeah.
Nah, cause last time, yeah, they went in.
Oh, we went in,
They
yeah.
went in.
And see, this is my old laptop that but I let Renegade use it, so he took everything off of the joint.
Ah,
So I used to have like fucking music and everything on this joint, and but it is what it is. I mean, I just wanted I wanted to make sure it became my goal was just to make sure we got the interview off
almost
and
definitely.
definitely I I do have to apologize because I originally when the Mac was working right I was gonna have be able to play the music and stuff.
Shit, I would have performed on the joints.
Yeah, but it wasn't working right, and even with this, it's just a quick setup in which I was trying to get everything fixed, but it didn't go through the right way. So like I could see the video, but I couldn't hear the video. So I just wanted to make sure I'm not gonna tell we playing your project and we and people don't hear it, you know.
Yeah.
So I just it took a minute to get everything up and running. I just want, like I said, the main point was I just wanted to make sure because I take these interviews very seriously, and I don't want you to feel like I was wasting your time either.
Never, man. I ain't even come empty-handed. I brought you something,
So I do appreciate it, though. We'll finish this,
man.
especially tonight because it's a long work week.
Absolutely.
But and I do appreciate it, man. It'll definitely be in the graveyard of liquor bottles because most of all this shit is from the show.
I said the graveyard.
It's actually used to be more, but then after a while, I gotta switch shit out and then I throw shit away. But yeah, we just get fucked up on this shit. And normally my man who I work with, an older dude, he every now and then he'll bring me a gallon of moonshine from North Carolina.
Oh,
Woo!
That's the real one.
Nah, he an older dude.
okay.
He'll come by, he'll just knock on the door, drop that shit off, and go. Man, that shit, woo! And I don't be having chasers, so that shit be straight as a motherfucker.
That's ridiculous, man. That's trying to burn your insides up.
It do. North Carolina shine, it doesn't come in a gallon like milk.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this like moonshine. This that real shit. But we definitely have everything up and running next time you come back, man. And shit, I can't wait for the visuals, and it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. Um, Also this year, I'm gonna say it here now. Probably by end of this month, I'm gonna probably shoot a couple first episodes. But I got a series, a documentary I'm working on, and it's called the I Am series. So I'm gonna deal with me first, um, and my story. Um, and boom, boom, boom. It just starts off with I'm be I start off with I'm this, I'm that, and then boom, 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 and go into my story, and then I'm gonna do my brother. I got a couple other people, but I definitely would like to get you for that too. Be on the producer side and um, get it up and running. That's one of my goals for 2024 is to really not even just shoot videos because videos get me amped, but I want to shoot documentaries and stuff to make people think and stuff. I think everybody has a good story to tell. Um, I just want to incorporate, put my take on it. I got to interview Cassidy. I got to interview Shorty Low Jr. Um, that was a dope interview. He really, really humble. Talked about his father. He happened to be in D.C.
How his father passed away?
Car crash.
Car accident. Yeah. Car accident.
You know
Yeah.
what his father is?
Mm-hmm.
So it's only right. You gotta go on this show.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah.
It's only right.
I love it.
Oh yeah, definitely. We'll set a time and date. Definitely do that. Yeah, definitely do that.
All right, peace, folks.
Yeah, man.
You
Thank you
said,
so much for having us, man.
man, thank y'all for coming. I love this. Shit. They lucky because this could easily been another 5-hour show.